Welcome to the nail haul video part 2, and also today we're going to have some spooky visitors. One of the items that we'll be unboxing is this cool kit from Beetles for chrome holographic powder, and it includes all the tools and polishes that you need in order to create some fun nails. And this set here we will be doing, which gives us a sneak peek into the Halloween season, including these fun slime colors, which we'll be using. But first, let's get into the nail haul. All right, the next item in the haul video, we have some stickers, I think. Are these stickers? Actually, they're watercolor stickers. I have not played around with these yet. I think I purchased some other watercolor stickers. Oh yes, and they were summer themed ones, and I didn't end up using them, so I'm saving them for next year for the beach theme stuff. And this set I saw because it has some nice, really delicate, like muted tones, and it came with 4 sheets, and each of the sheets have 3 different styles, and I love the colors. Like, this is just such a beautiful fall color. It's got that like marigold yellow and then this peachy colored, and just even the greens are very soft and muted. They look like pressed flowers. So I think that this is a great little set if you don't want to mess around with pressed flowers and like dried ones. Like, I just purchased this one in a previous nail haul video, and I'm going to be using this in an upcoming design. But I wanted to just get something, this would be, you know, faster, a little easier. With pressed flowers, I noticed I have to do like quite a few layers of polish to encapsulate them so that it doesn't, the surface of the nail doesn't look all lumpy and rough. Oh look, and this doesn't even have as a pansy. I don't have any stickers, I don't think, that have pansies on them. And then check out this sheet. This is so pretty for, like, you know, Halloween or even like a gothic fairy set of nails. Very, very unique. And when I saw them, I thought, okay, well, I'm haven't delved into watercolor ones yet, but this is a great set, I think, to start out with. Okay, and then the last item I have is kind of like hiding over here. You see it. Lots of things. Let me just move this out of the way. Lots of different things jammed into this tiny bag. So the whole reason I ordered this was really just to get some different colored like plastic bows, charms. And this just came with some other bonus items. And the price was pretty much the same if I bought just the plain box of colored bows. Okay, so look at this cute little itty bitty rhinestone glue jar. Does it even say what the, oh yeah, it's an 8 ml. I'm not sure of this brand. It's just kind of one of those, you know, unknown, I guess, not known to me brands. I'm not going to pop this open, but I think that it's probably going to be a clear rhinestone glue, just because I have other rhinestone glue I can use right now. But I think when I go to maybe use any of the items in the set, I will pop it open at that time and use it. Okay, let's dig out here. Ooh, the bonus bags. Okay, we'll look at those at the end. And then some tools here. Oh, very nice. Oh, I like these. I got these in another set. And yeah, they're pretty, I think they're identical. And I like them. They're really thin. They're actually like sharp. I have to be careful. But it helps peel up those tiny, tiny stickers. You know, the ones that are so small that you can't, you know, get them with any other set of tweezers. So I like these for that reason. So I'm going to save this as a backup one. Let me just take it off and show you. Okay. Yeah. Pretty much the same. And I like the cap that keeps those tips nice and sharp until I use it. And then, ooh, what a pretty, like, purpley fuchsia colored dotting tool. Yeah, this isn't like the smallest size dotting tool that I have, but it's a nice beginner size. I feel like you can do some really cute, you know, daisy flowers with that, or polka dots, or just so many different things you can do with that. And then it does have this square tip, edged bristle brush on the other side. I use something like this for like a cleanup brush, so that would be nice for that. or even for like cleaning up the glue. So like if you apply the rhinestone glue and then you need to dip this in a little bit of the isopropyl alcohol, you know, and then clean up the extra glue off the nail, that would work great for that. I like that they include this. It's a great like beginner set because of that. So it has, you know, everything you need. It's got the glue, it's got, you just need your lamp and your nails. Okay, look at this cute, playful set. What bright, vibrant colors. And that's one of the reasons I got it. Oh my gosh. Let me grab these tweezers that I already have. And then, woo, I just made them jump. Look at that pretty heart. That's going to be so great for like Valentine's Day, or even just doing like a cottagecore coquette set of nails. Beautiful, romantic. Oh, and these are cute. They look like little tufted pillows, and they have like this metallic-y finish on them, paint. Really pretty. And it comes in a couple of shades, like that bright, bright pink, and then this white. Also, and then they have stars that are also in the same shades as the hearts, in a similar finish. Just this like shimmery metallic finish to them. Cute. And then they have a whole mixture over here of just different colored stars for every color. This is almost like a lime colored green. Look at that. And then blue heart. So if you're trying to do like a certain set of nails that has like a special set, oh look, a special color theme, you could, you know, easily use some of these items. So say you want to do all red, and here's a bright red, you know. Oh, is that like a bow? Let me see. Oh, look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. Wow. I guess you could fit it on a nail like this direction, because that would be really hard to, it would really stick out, I feel like. Yeah, so that way would be kind of neat. All right, and then this was the main reason I got it. I needed some green bows for like the holidays coming up, for Christmas. This would be great for St. Patrick's Day. And these are a little smaller than the bows I have right now. The ones I have are a little bit bulkier, I feel like. And then one of the little tricks that I do in order to get them to fit onto the nail more flush, because you know how it'll sit when you apply it, it'll kind of stick out from either side of the nail. So if you warm them up in a little bit of warm water in just a little glass dish or something, then when you take it out, you can bend it a little, even just pressing against your hand or using like the bottom part of a nail brush and twisting it back and forth, and it will actually make it arch a little bit. I've seen where people come in with their e-file too and just kind of file, you know, on this side to make it more, you know, warped so that it will sit flush. But I worry about doing that because I worry about, especially when they're thin like this, that it's going to compromise the sturdiness of the bow and make it crack, and I wouldn't want that to happen. So warming it up, you're not taking away any material, and then you're able to just gently bend it. And then I just let it cool and I dry it off with, you know, like a 2x2 of cotton, lint-free square. And then I will, after I dry it off on both sides, then I will adhere it with some rhinestone glue, or, you know, one of the, like for instance, the Mac Art one that I've been using, the gem grip glue. It's a little bit more on the runnier side. So I do tend to gravitate towards the UNAVAILABLE 3D sculpting gel as something to hold larger charms onto the nails. But check out the colors. I mean, that's like a neon pink, and then this one, really pretty lavender. It blends right in with my gloves. But they're all, I think, the same style of bow, so there's not different kinds. Like, they all have the ribbon coming off of it. I did not have anything this color either, but what a beautiful, like, muted mauve. That would be so pretty with a fall set of nails. Ooh, maybe I can use that. I have a design for a fall set of nails I'm going to do, and that would fit in really nice. And this seems like, I don't know, it's slightly, maybe it's an off-white? No, I'm just looking at it in this lighting. It looked a little bit off-white compared to maybe these pearls. And then the pearl has flat back, and they have different sizes. Ooh, I was trying to get one of each out for you. Okay, so there's a really big one. And then this is kind of like, I think that's the smallest that was in here, I want to say. I don't see anything that might be smaller. So maybe it's just those two sizes. Nope, here's a medium. Okay, so maybe 3 sizes for the pearls. Get in there. They really filled this pearl container up. And that is really nice for the fact that, you know, speaking of the container being full, that they did not skimp on this. This is a small container. As you can see, it's a 4x3, so, you know, it's got 12 compartments in it, but they filled it all the way to the top, which is really nice. And then I had some black bows, different shaped ones, but I can always use more, especially now that we're doing some Halloween nails. So that is perfect. All right, let's check out the bonus bags, because I didn't know what to expect in these, okay? So this was not part of the order that I was targeting this. So this is kind of like a nice little surprise that these were included in here. So let's see what we got. Huge variety of items in here. It just seems so random, like all different kind of holiday themed things that, oh my gosh, look at that crystal flower. It's like got a hot pink undertone to it. That is so fun. And then here's like a coral one with kind of like a, you know, like a halo aura kind of dusting on the petals, the tips of the petals. Oh my gosh, look at this gummy bear. I don't know what, I guess it's a gummy bear, but it's so cute. It looks like it's waving. I don't know. I'll have to zoom in. This is like an extra little bit that you get. And a snake. Oh, look at this bow. This one has like a heart, and I don't have a shape like that. And it's crystal clear. Yeah, I don't have a lot of like crystal clear flowers. I don't have that. Really tiny, tiny rosettes. Oh, look at this little heart. It's like a dewdrop that's a heart. And these here with the halo, like mermaid shine to them. This is so pretty. I mean, there's like so many different nails you could do. And these all shades of like pink and peach. There's even in here, there's even some glittery items. If I can just, oh, there's a bunny rabbit, star and a moon, some more rosettes, some candy, a little heart, or even you could use it like a peach, and some more butterflies. Beautiful. Okay, let's check out another bag. I'm like holding it in my hand here. I don't know where I'm going to put it to put it away. Okay, this is going to be hard to put away. Let me just gather it up. I'll fast forward through this part. Okay, bag number 2. Ooh, I can already see there's a lot of similar things, but I want to see these butterflies with like the dark wings. Let's see if I can get one of those out. Come on. Oh my gosh, like everything came out except that. Isn't that always the case? All right, I'm just gonna lay these down. Let me get the tweezers. You know, that's probably what I should have done in the first place. Lesson learned. Ooh, let me just turn around. Ooh, look at that. That is so cool. It's like gray, but then when you put it down, depending on what the color polish that you're gonna have on the nail below, I think it's gonna reflect a little bit of that, but it has this like purpley blue sparkle to it. Very like halo mermaid. Really neat. I like that. Oh, and there's like a little crown with a heart. Very sweet, very glittery, shimmery. Ooh, and this one has like all shimmer finish. Look at that. That looks like, you know, you would hand make that bow or something and put your own, you know, powder on it. Sparkle powder. Some more bunnies. These bunnies are huge. Oh my gosh. But cute. Where's my nail? Let me see. Oh yeah. This is a long coffin, so he would take up quite a bit of space on that. But cute. And then some more shimmery. Oh, look at this bow. Oh my gosh. Look how pretty that is. I love it. And hearts and more and like flowers. I don't have any flowers that are quite like this, with the clear on the top and then the glitter undercoat. Just that clear finish. So beautiful. All right. This was a really good deal. And the link, of course, is in the description. So, and I try to check those links to see if they're still available. And if you ever notice that they're not available, shoot me a message and I will see if I can, track down something similar. But of course, when you order off of something like Amazon Haul, or even just regular Amazon, when they're having like a deep discount item on sale, the price changes, and of course the supply diminishes quickly when it's a good price. Okay, so this bag is really colorful items. Oh, they put like a whole cool mix. There's so many colors in here I have never even seen in sets. Like this really pretty, like orangey, crystal clear, like a syrup. Gorgeous. The snake is going to be perfect for Halloween. Beautiful. Oh, look at this little black bear. Ooh, sorry. I was trying to hold him up and I just like flung him. Actually, that might be a puppy dog. Yeah, I think that's a little puppy dog. Such shimmer to it though. Some more butterflies. Oh, and a feather. Beautiful. I have no idea what that one. It looks like a giant gumball. I guess if you do a candy set of nails, it must be what it's supposed to be, because here's a little piece of candy also. But yeah, like I don't have a muted yellow shade, like flower like that. So cool. Ooh, look at this dark, yeah, moody kind of black flower with the purple and like turquoise painted petals. Neat. Okay, and then let me just put them down and then I'll just show you here. So lots of more colors in here. Oh, look at those. Really, the petals are so intricate and fine on those little rosettes. And then some of the things are upside down in there. Oh, a really pretty yellow petal too. And oh my gosh, look at this tiny little daisy. I don't even think I have ones that are that small in my regular like set of little daisies. Maybe I do. I call these daisies, the little plastic ones. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I guess I have some white ones that are maybe that size, but that is so small compared to the other ones. Wow. Okay. Well, I have so many other things I need to get to in this video, so I'm going to have to call it quits. But for now on this stuff, but I do have some more sets coming, and including I think 2 Beetles kits, and then I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, another Gayoi set of polish, like another set of these, and yeah, let's get to making a set of nails though. All right, now that we just wrapped up the nail haul part 2, I do want to start by creating a set of fun Halloween themed nails. With this set, we're going to be using our long stiletto nails from Lucky Fairy. And first thing I did was buffed all of those with a 220 grit nail file and then wiped it off with a little isopropyl alcohol. And here I'm using the Beetles base foundation gel and applying it thoroughly over each nail and then curing for 60 seconds. You got a sneak peek earlier what's in this chrome color gel kit from Beetles, but let's dive into it and looking at each piece individually. First off, the back of the box does have a whole bunch of instructions and information, which is helpful. They also include an insert, which I do apologize is partially off screen here with my recording, but we will look at this in closer detail later. But it does have some cute fashion tips at the bottom. And let's take a look at all the other products. They even included this really cool chrome dabber, like a silicone end to it. And then the other end is that brush, which is so great for getting off any little extra bits. of the chrome powder. And speaking of the chrome powder, here is the little package it came in. It does include directions on the back that again tell you how to apply it by using that silicone dabber that we looked at just a second ago. And inside, at first you think, oh, this is a small little jar, but it is actually packed with that silvery holographic powder. It is just gorgeous, and you will see in a bit when we create a set of nails. Now, looking at the other products, they do include this liquid peel off latex tape, and it's a skin barrier for when you're doing nail art. Now, I haven't had to use this before, but it is nice to have in kind of my arsenal, especially with using, products like the chrome, or even using it like say when you're doing stamping, because for instance, when you have your stamping plates and you use your stamping gel, and if you're doing it directly onto the nail bed, then you don't have to worry about getting it on the skin and trying to wipe around with, destroying your image that you just stamped. Okay, so next up is going to be one of the colors they included, which is their black. And this one is called OS003, and it is a very thick, pigmented, solid black color. And it is actually labeled on the bottle as being a chrome color gel. So this is a 7.5 ml. And then what's great too is they also included the foundation, a bottle of that, which I love using, and then also a bottle of their top coat. So this set of nails today is going to be freestyle, but I did want to accomplish 3 things with doing this set. First off, I wanted to try following the directions included in the kit and use the chrome powder as designed. And then I wanted to also try using it with some stamping gel. And then lastly, I wanted to try using the chrome powder and apply some sheer syrupy polish over top of it and see how it turned out. I've also never used a gel polish like this one that was intended for chrome colored powder, and I wanted to see how it reacted and if it was much better than say using just a regular black colored polish. And here is another closer look at the little insert. It does include the information about how to create the silver chrome nails, including the prep, so all the steps, and it also has some really cute dressing tips at the bottom, which is, I think, just such a great thing that Beetles includes this information. I always hold on to all my cards, and they also have a link for tutorials as well. After I applied 2 coats of that black chrome polish, I cured them each for 60 seconds, and now I'm using that silicone dabber and just going in and generously buffing in that holographic chrome powder, and right away it just took to that polish. So there was a little bit of a sticky layer after I cured it, and it is just perfect for grabbing each of those little tiny morsels of powder. And the silicone dabber is perfect for just kind of rubbing it all in and just giving it even more of a polished, shiny look to it. And to be honest, there wasn't a lot of product flying around. So I feel like the silicone dabber, if you haven't used that in the past for doing any of your chrome powders, it is a game changer. I feel like it really does add the product without wasting a lot of product. So I was having a little bit of trouble here right at the free edge of the stiletto nail, but I got it all worked in, and then afterwards, just look at the shine that this has. So now I'm going to go in and apply that glossy top coat, and I was a little worried at first that if I dragged that brush across it, it would just pull all of the chrome powder with it. Well, in order to prevent that, I kind of just globbed on the polish at the top, at the cuticle edge of the nail, and then slowly kind of encouraged it and worked it down to the free edge. And that seemed to work. And then I wiped off the bristles of that brush before putting it back into the bottle so that I didn't, add some of that chrome powder to the bottle itself. Okay, now coming in here, we're just going to move along to the next nail. I'm going to start on the middle finger. And like I said before, this is a freestyle, so I didn't have a really, firm plan in mind. I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do. mainly just the colors, and that it was going to be the Halloween theme, and I was going to use some new Halloween stickers that I purchased. So here I'm applying a matte coat so that I can come back in and dab a little bit of the black polish onto my resin plate there and do a freestyle painting with a thin liner brush. With this, I knew I wanted to be kind of swirly and very vapor-like, almost like they're just thin little flames licking up the free edge of that stiletto nail. Once I was pleased with the shape, then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds and come back in and add the chrome powder. And just like with my other videos, I will provide links in the description box to the items that you do see here today. I do want to point out that this particular Beetles Chrome kit was not available on Amazon at the time of this recording, so I did provide some alternative links for items from Beetles that I felt would be a good substitute. So here you see that I've applied the chrome powder and it adhered perfectly to those flame-like lines that I placed on the tip of the nail. And what's nice about doing a matte coat first before then painting your image is that that matte coat will not grab a hold of the chrome. This way, the only thing the powder adheres to is your image that you applied. So the effect is really brilliant and it turned out so amazing. That holographic chrome was just spectacular. So here you see me coming in with the glossy top coat, and I'm going to go ahead and apply a nice layer on there and cure that for 60 seconds. Now it's time to incorporate some of this fun lime green color. And this color is C031, and it was originally from a kit that I purchased over the summer. And this particular shade, as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be perfect for the Halloween season. And what I did here is I applied 2 layers and then cured it for 60 seconds each. And now I'm going to come in and apply the matte top coat over top of that, because I want to add a couple of fun images to this nail, including some stamping. Once that is cured, I grabbed one of my Born Pretty stamping plates, and I saw this particular pattern that looked kind of like shattered glass. So I thought that that would be really cool to add that. And I didn't want it to overwhelm the nails, so I decided I would just put it on the top left corner and the bottom right corner of the nail. This way there'd be plenty of room in order to add some fun stickers or images in the center part of the nail. So here I'm using some black stamping gel from a brand called Beauté, and it goes on really smooth. And I just make sure that I spread it evenly across that image, and then take my silicone dabber, make sure it's cleaned off of any lint or debris, and then roll it across. And then I can just take my glove or a lint-free cotton wipe and take off any of the excess image I did grab. So here you see me pressing and applying that stamped image, and then I will cure that for 60 seconds. And the effect is really awesome. But now let's fill in that open space with a fun sticker. This set of 4 Halloween stickers I purchased over the summer and couldn't wait to dive into. So there are so many things to choose from on here, but I kind of wanted to do maybe one of these little spooky houses, and perhaps adding one of those fun little ghosts on there. Now it's time to move on to the pointer finger. And here I did 2 coats of the black polish again, and I'm applying some matte top coat. After that's cured fully, I then come in and I want to use this spider web kind of image on the stamp plate. And again, I'm going to use the black stamping polish for that. And once that's applied, I will cure that again for 60 seconds. And then this is one of those items that I mentioned earlier in the video that I wanted to see how the chrome powder responded to adhering to the stamping gel. And I thought that this would be a great way to kind of test that out. So just like when we did the other image, I cleaned off the silicone dabber tool and then lifted that stamped image right onto it. After cleaning off what I got on my glove, I then applied it to that matte top coated nail. And it's really kind of hard on the video to see the image once I stamped it on here, but I assure you it is there, and I cured it for 60 seconds. And then once I start applying that holographic chrome powder, it just pops out. I mean, look at this. It is so cool. So it did exactly as I had hoped. So this was definitely one of my tests that I wanted to try, and it passed with flying colors. I am in love with this holographic chrome powder. So I just dusted off any of the loose bits that might have gotten onto the matte part of the nail polish. And once that was all set, oh, just look at the shine in the sunlight. Amazing. And then I topped this off with that glossy top coat. And the last nail in this set is the pinky nail, and I went ahead and did the double coat of the black polish again, curing each layer for 60 seconds, and now applying that matte top coat. And with this nail, I wanted to test out the third and final thing with this holographic chrome powder, is how it would respond to having a sheer or a syrup colored polish applied over top of it. So with this image, I decided to go ahead and have it look like there is some slime dripping down the nail, starting at that cuticle area down towards the free edge. After I was happy with that application of the chrome powder, I'm coming in now with that perfect syrup slimy lime green color of F686 from Beetles, and this was from a set called Tropical Glow, and I provided a link in the description box. It is a whole set of really fun, bright syrup color gel polishes. and I decided to just do a dab of it at the top near the cuticle and then work it down with a thin liner brush over top of those drips that I made with the holographic chrome powder. And it layered over top of it perfectly. It didn't seem to tug or pull the chrome powder down, which was exactly as I had hoped. So here I'm just showing how it's really easy to clean up that silicone tool with just a little bit of isopropyl alcohol on a lint-free cotton wipe. The setting sunlight was coming in at my workstation here, and look at how the holographic chrome powder reflects off of that light. But I'm not quite done yet with the set of nails. I think they need a few embellishments, so let's grab some rhinestones and also a few flowers and enhance the set even more. And after I got that bow just so, I cured it for 60 seconds. And here I'm jumping in with some Butte Silver stamping gel. And I'm going to be using this like paint in order to create the legs on my little spiders that I applied on the pointer finger using little green rhinestones. So what I want to do here is just dab in with my fine liner brush and create a set of 8 legs for each little spider. This Beetles holographic chrome powder kit did not disappoint, and I think the addition of some of those fun neon and slime green colors brought this set of spooky Halloween nails to life. Be sure to comment and like, and don't forget to follow. Thank you again for joining me today. And as always, be courageous and be clever like a fox, my friends.